Recently, I played through Elden Ring with the help of some friends to keep me from plunging the lands between into madness, but they were eventually convinced otherwise. The following is a completely accurate summary of the campaign. Trust me. The game begins with character creation, which actually means the game begins 1 hour from now because I gotta get them looking just right. Then we get an exposition dump about why the world is the way it is, but let's be honest, I named so many characters in this that you're just gonna forget them all immediately and only recognize the Dung Eater when you meet him later because haha, Stinky Poo Poo Man. The actual gameplay begins in the Chapel of Antissa. We collect someone's disembodied finger because that's a normal thing to do. Did we rip it off the corpse, or was there just a finger lying around that we decided to pick up? And then we take a short walk to meet all the neighbors at once, but their greeting includes getting murdered and thrown off of a cliff because they're big fans of Tekken. Cut to us lying in a puddle in a cave where we're sniffed at by a ghost horse and its anime girl Ryder who talks to the horse because she's got no friends because she talks to her horse. And then she just leaves us lying face down in the puddle after dropping off some bottles of juice for us because she wasn't ready to answer any questions like what's going on, where am I, why am I here, or why does every important character's name in this game start with a GR or an M, and are you absolutely certain it's not because it was written by George R.R. Martin? Our immediate instinct upon waking up is to jump down a hole because a ghost told us to, which is our first major indicator that we've definitely got brain damage after being dropped off of a cliff. We light a bonfire, touch Grace, and kill our way to pop-ups, not Elden Ring 2. I'll just have to take out my frustration on Daryl. Yeah, that's right, this guy's name is Daryl. I know everyone calls him Rick, but that's his boss's name, don't be rude. After murdering Daryl, I meet up with Hambo and Crawford because, surprise, we're playing seamless co-op, because the normal co-op experience in this game is just as much fun as beating your own head in with a rock. I also want to take a moment to say that the version of seamless co-op we were using at the time was old, and it's since been improved, so any of the issues we had as a result of using the mod are completely gone in the current version. We also didn't have access to spawning at Stakes of America, which was a huge pain, but the current version does allow for that. If you're gonna play Elden Ring with friends, use this mod. Don't suffer the vanilla co-op experience. We talk to Lady Boner and he tells us that we're gonna die alone because we've got no bitches and no invitation to the block party. So we try asking the nice Nightman for an invitation, but he's more interested in his paste making hobby, so he splatters us all over the ground. After deciding to give the Nightman a pass because, we could kill him, we just choose not to, we head off in the direction of the big fuck off glowing tree in the sky because it might be willing to give us a magic sword to fight Ganon and save the, no wait, wrong script. We cut down some surprisingly loud trees in the forest and meet the anime girl from earlier who introduces herself as a car salesman whose name starts with an R, but then gives us a ghost horse goat thing, which is kind of weird, but it can double jump, so I guess that more than makes up for the lack of a Honda. We pick up a map and get killed by the village people because we didn't want to sign up for their gym, and then head south across land to pick up Bloodhound Fang so I can just do big whack on everything throughout most of the rest of the game. After making a pit stop to kill a mad pumpkin head, which is actually what this thing is called, we meet Foot Fetish the magic seller in the cellar and then realize that nobody actually needs anything from her because no one's doing that kind of magic build. We activate the Evergawal. I'm just kidding, I know it's pronounced Evergol, but I bet I had someone do a double take. Okay, for real though, it's pronounced Everjail, I just wanted to see you squirm. We got our ass absolutely handed to us by another enemy also named Daryl, because when you're playing 3-player co-op, enemies have 130% health and 10% extra damage just to ensure you don't make the game a little easier. Yo... I almost called this thing a fish. It's not a fish, it's a beetle. Well, why did my brain think, yeah, yo, it's a fish? Just for blood. No, what the? No, you son of a bitch! I was in the menu!
I don't know what happened. Straight up, we both just walked off.
I just pressed the button while you were on it. So we head even further south to fight our way through a castle that's a little busy going through its own stuff, but also not so busy that they can't find time to all try to fucking kill us, even though we were just trying to help. Dicks. We talk to a director and then attempt to borrow his polearm, but he didn't really appreciate the attempted murder, so he reports us to HR. We manage to convince HR that we're innocent and get the polearm free of charge and find out that we can't even use it, so we head further down the castle to level up a little and then jump down to the bottom to harass a lion monster that was just minding its own business because he's got a cool sword and we want it, even if we're not going to use it. After grabbing a random flask off the ground that we're just going to drink out of without washing because germs haven't been invented in this universe, we kill Kenny for his seed and meet a sex doll whose name starts with R, who will later become our wife and take over the world after we beat up her mom. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We meet a giant furry who wants to offer us ample reward, but somehow this doesn't turn into a sex scene, which Hambo is really disappointed by. So we head back to beat up Daryl because we've got to find a release somehow, and murder is just as good as sex. At least according to people who exclusively play Dark Souls and have never had sex. Where Wesley gives us a gift for not dying, and we decide to do a little grinding before visiting the local monarch whose name starts with a G so that we can kill him because we don't like government structures. Turns out there's a FromSoft fanboy whose name starts with an M gatekeeping the way in who doesn't think that we're allowed to have fun because we're pro difficulty options, so he kicks our ass a couple times before we kill him only to find out that he was a ghost. We touch Grace and then decide to head to the evil murder kill you area, which you'd think wouldn't be that much different from everywhere else since everything already wants to kill you, but it's actually worse because everything wants to kill you harder. After finding the dragon magic pillar, we head through a town and light some braziers that open a gate because whoever built this town wanted their door opening mechanisms to be as convoluted as possible, so they probably work for Umbrella Corp. Did you just get run over by the ball?
Yes, because you spawned it and I tried to dodge it and I couldn't.
We talk to a girl whose name starts with M, but she's unimportant to the ending that we're going for, so she's just gonna die in obscurity, and we head to a giant dragon's ass to whack it for 5 minutes so we can level up faster. After suffering through the Batcave to grab a magic cold sore, we head to an explosive wizard's tunnel to touch Grace and talk to a talking pot, and then beat up a lizard, or at least get beaten up by a lizard a few times before finally killing it and unlocking a cool sword.
Yeah!
Hey, there it is.
Boonville. I can use the Boonville.
Crawford, did you know that this is a Grace that you can actually stat?
Yeah.
I didn't. For the longest, I completed a whole game before I realized that this was a thing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Time for grasping. Now it's time to burn down the monarchy, so we head back to 2 Random Nouns Castle and talk to a guy that we can definitely trust to open the front gate so we can impregnate the fortress. Turns out the king whose name starts with a G got into the Elmer's glue and decided it'd be fun to use it on literally everyone to make his cosplay, so now he's a big gross mass of arms and legs and plants and birds and rocks and things, and a kitchen sink and probably an uncomfortable amount of penises, and he isn't happy because we don't think the outfit is very good despite all his effort. So after we drag him a bit, he sticks his stump into a dragon, which is even worse because that means he's a scaly now, and I don't trust anyone that wants to fuck a lizard.
Get him well.
What? What is that? Did he just grab me from behind? That was bullshit. I may lose this because I don't remember his moves. Nope, I rolled wrong. That was on me. Oh, I was so close too. What up, Godric, you big fat nerd? I thought I rolled, but I did not. Okay, I'm not rolling. Okay, I'm gonna blame my controller for this one, because there were 3 times there where I tried to roll and didn't roll. It's probably me, though.
Yeah, because weekends is the only time I get to see my girlfriend.
Imagine seeing a girl instead of playing a video game with your guy friends. What happened to bros before hoes, Hambo?
I love my hoe.
Unacceptable.
I love my bros too, but not in the same way.
But you're bi, so it is in the same way. That's how it works. Trust me, as a straight white man, I know how bisexuality works.
Will, run! Stop dying!
I cannot believe you didn't die.
You're driving. Don't watch the stream while you're driving, you dumbass. After checking out King Gizzard the Lizard Kisser's bedroom, we head to a bridge to take a teleporter to a door to an elevator to the top of a tower to activate the Great Rune, which is important or something, but we'll pretty much forget to use it the majority of the game since it doesn't turn on automatically. Then we head back to the dungeon in the starting area so we can grab some items. Oh, what the fuck? This stupid fucker just like teleported around the corner. I'm about to what is this guy doing up here? So, we're gonna have to avoid the scions, but okay.
Or not.
What up, ulcerated tree spirit? God! Vitality doesn't exist! Fuck! And then we decided we didn't really need the one from the ulcerated tree spirit because it's a huge pain in the ass to go all the way back down to the bottom of that dungeon. So now it's off to Lobster Sniper Land so we can enroll in college and kill a librarian. Ow! I got lobstered! We meet a girl whose name starts with R who has secondary nutritional hyperparathyroidism, and yes, that is something I just googled specifically for this joke, thank you for asking. She wants her necklace back because some douchebag stole it from her, so we agree to get it back and pay the man for it because he'll sell us shrimp and say funny things.
Marika's tits.
After grabbing the university's key from behind a dragon, we let ourselves in and touch Grace, and take an elevator to a machine gun nest, and then touch Grace again before getting killed by the librarian's ex-husband's dog a few times.
Someone in chat said they're surprised you made it this far after watching you play Metal Gear.
I've beaten this game 3 times!
Yeah! Anthony was here.
I was.
I've been called, that's what it was. I didn't call them child molesters. I called them virgin abductors.
Oh my god.
I get pancaked by some balls and we kill a knight whose name starts with M, and then try to take an elevator to the library. No, you son of a bitch! I died.
How did you die? What?
Wait, why are you Hambo?
You asshole.
Were you right there?
Yes! I literally just turned the corner! We break into the library and murder all the other students because they're being weird and trying to make us read by tossing books straight at our faces, which is inconvenient even if we could read. So after smacking the librarian whose name starts with an R around, her daughter whose name starts with an R as well shows up to defend her from us, and we fight the astral projection of her mom instead, and then become best friends with her once we murder that. And we'll get married to her daughter later too.
Where did he flee? Where did he flee? My
She's just repeating her dialogue.
Shut
up, Ronaldo.
Where did he flee? My sweetings.
Where did he flee? Where did he flee? Where did he flee?
Where did he flee? My sweetings.
Oh, dear Lord.
No, don't take off your pants. We head to an underpass to surprise a homeless cripple and steal half a coin before teleporting to the secret Sims Club to murder a skeleton, and then head to an elevator to go north, but it turns out that we've got one half of two different elevator keys and not one full one, so we've got to go grab the right-left one real quick. Now we can head north to the Killing Fields and meet back up with Scoliosis Snake Girl to go to a murder mansion where we murder the last remaining Bloodborne fan, because all the rest died out waiting for Bloodborne news. After letting the mistress of the manor know that we're only here to kill a giant evil snake man, she welcomes us into her cult because that was their goal the whole time, and we head down to a secret tunnel full of things that are really good at killing us before finally making it to a cutscene of a bridge raising so we can meet up with a Discord moderator and get his account banned. Oh, it's bugged, and you're just shooting frostbite breath infinitely.
Interesting. Not
I
for
can
me.
barely see anything. This fucking ice, dude. I know you're behind me. I can't see anything. We take a teleporter to the snake tunnel. Welcome. Your effect is still going! No fucking way! And then spend some time killing the crawling king snake who was ruling from his den. Then we headed back to the Evil Murder Kill You area to take a teleporter to a party that's singing Halo music and get our one and only boss cutscene that actually bothers to explain who the boss is to us, so you'd better pay attention. It's a guy whose name starts with an R. So, chat, fun thing about seamless co-op is you don't spawn at Stakes of Marika. And if you've ever done the Radon fight, you know that you spawn at a Stake of Marika right next to the teleporter to get into the Radon fight. Which means every time we die in the Radon fight, we're going to get reset here and have to go through the introduction of the Radon Festival every single time. Which is why I think it may take us a little while.
I love how he's weak to Scarlet Rot, even though that's how his mind fucking's gone.
Hey Anthony, if I broke your legs and then somebody hit your legs with a sledgehammer, you'd be weak to that, right?
He's had Scarlet Rot all this time. You think he'd build up an immunity.
That's not how terminal illness works. People who have cancer for years don't just develop an immunity to cancer.
I mean, don't they?
No! This fight was absolutely miserable on this version of Seamless Co-op because the camera would keep unlocking from the boss and I couldn't turn it back on, and the Dragon Breath glitch was happening again, so it was like a double challenge run where I couldn't see the boss. Luckily, all these issues are completely gone in newer versions of the mod. I've fought him again since this footage without issue.
Oh shit.
Where is his
Oh shit. Oh
There
shit.
it
No,
is.
no. He got me.
No. Vitality! I did it!
Yeah.
1 HP! Vitality doesn't exist!
Fuck you, Red.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
I cannot believe we got in, what, 4th try?
Now a bunch of stars are coming out of the sky or something because we killed the only guy keeping them up there, but that's okay because it opens a hole to the next place we wanted to go anyways, which is extremely convenient since as far as I can tell, we had absolutely no idea that was going to happen and we just lucked out. We touch Grace and tuck to where Wesley in the talking pot before heading to the Foster's Home for Imaginary Hands, where we get groped around until we make it to the automated security ghost that we beat up so we can go visit the sex doll whose name starts with an R so we can begin our quest to wife her up now that we've slapped the shit out of her mom. So we take an elevator to talk to some ghosts and then jump down the hole that we made in the ground so we can fight ourselves, and then light some braziers so we can channel our inner Canadian and fight a moose. And now it's time for some parkour, which is better than Dark Souls because you have a dedicated jump button, but it's still a FromSoft game, so it sucks. We pick up a knife for our future wife, and she gives us an upside-down statue, which will come in handy later, but for now, we're headed back up north to fight another astral projection of the FromSoft gatekeeper before fighting an evil Ferrero Rocher that doesn't want to let us into the city. And since Stakes of America don't work, we've got to do the run back with him every time and keep getting interrupted by these giant archers that don't like that we're breathing. Wait, do you make the death scream as if you're falling when you use Grail's Roar? I just heard it. Oh!
Oh my god.
I love murder. You could take that out of context.
Clearly he's talking about ravens.
Nope.
I thought you said Ray-Bans.
Today's episode is sponsored by Ray-Bans. Buy some sunglasses. Better yet, don't buy some sunglasses. Stare at the sun. But make sure you're subscribed to Willie Also before you stare at the sun, so that you don't have to worry about not being able to see my videos. Then you can just watch all the real thoughts, because they're basically podcasts anyways. We take an elevator and do the ritual dance.
Bunga, unga, bunga, unga, bunga, unga, bunga, unga, bunga, unga, bunga.
And touch Grace, so we can talk to the car salesman whose name starts with an M, who thanks us for bringing her to the Great Deku Tree and lets us know that she won't need us anymore, so we're gonna part ways. We murder some musicians and do some parkour.
Oh, no! No! I lived!
You lived?
I lived!
So we can fight an old tree and scale a calcified dragon so we can fight a statue, and climb a tree so we can fight a lemon-scented ghost. Smells citrusy. Then we find out that the mayor of this town is that gatekeeper from earlier, who it turns out isn't named Margit. It's actually Morgott. Oh my god! Wait, why aren't you surprised? You mean this big reveal doesn't actually hold any weight because you had no idea why Margit or Morgott are important to the plot because the game does absolutely nothing to fill you in on why they're important? Anyways, after attempting to fight the mayor whose name starts with an M, the game fucks up.
What the fuck? We beat him!
I guess we unga bunged hard enough. Okay... Well, that sucks. I wanted to actually do his fight. I mean, we're just that good. This is the part where you imagine me putting on sunglasses and playing Won't Get Fooled Again at the 7-minute 44 mark. We talk to the mayor, whose name starts with an M, during his death throes, who says that we can't make it into the Deku Tree because it won't let us, which is bad for the car salesman because she wanted to get inside, but now she needs our help again to burn the tree down. But first, we wanted to try to fight the mayor's brother, whose name also starts with an M, who kidnapped a guy whose name also starts with an M so that they could create a kingdom of blood together or something. Again, I'm just going off of context clues here because the game doesn't really like to tell you any of the lore unless you read all the item descriptions, and even then, it's a lot of inferred information. And you all know I don't read. Whoa. After deciding we weren't ready to fight the cradle robber, we head back to the underground to find a woman to hug. But first we've got to fight 2 statues at once, which is usually a huge pain in the ass, but we actually got it second try. Then we got into a coffin and fell up a waterfall feet first. Don't ask questions. And now it's time for more parkour that goes about as well as you'd expect. We surgically remove the abdomen from some ants for their money and find the woman that we want to hug, but she's scared because we just ran up on her without actually explaining what we were doing. So she calls her top donators after us and we kill them to prove to her that we're worthy of a hug. But we forgot to do that inverted statue thing, so we've got to go do that first. My favorite is Burno Flame. Oh shit! I forgot! No! You did the same thing! One brain cell!
Great minds.
Okay, I believe the way down is here. Oh, I missed! No! We take an elevator to a door that we open and end up outside where we're not upside down somehow. I'm not really sure how that works. So we open a door and take an elevator to touch Grace and grab the curse mark of death, which is some kind of half-completed evil tattoo that the hug lady wants because she's really into true crime podcasts. We give the lady a hug and enter her dreams where we fight a dragon, which is a surprise because my dreams are usually just nightmares about people watching my videos and not being subscribed. So now it's time to head to the sewers and get super fucking lost because the level designer was told to make it suck really fucking bad and then make it suck a little more. What? The slugs are upside down. I don't think that's correct. Move, character! Move your fucking ass! Holy shit! He just stun locked me on that stupid ladder. Okay, so no, this wasn't the right way. It was the other way. Climb, you dumb bastard! That character would not get on the ladder. Was this all for the shortcut? Are you kidding me?
I think it was.
Where's Moog? No! Oh, I almost got fucking FromSoft baited! But after bumbling our way to the right area, we fight Mini Moog, which is luckily super easy because he doesn't get to any of the hard parts of his moveset, which means we're free and clear to do some more parkour to the bottom of the sewer. Oh. We touch Grace and get naked. Naked hug time! So we can get fingered. And now that we've got the power of pure unfiltered chaos on my side, I can do things like untoast your toast, pay for WinRAR, or actually tell people directly that I no longer feel like going out on the day of an event instead of lying that something came up or that I was feeling sick. Also, the car salesman lets us know that she doesn't want our help anymore because our pure unfiltered chaos is too much for her to handle because she can only wake up with so many fish tucked under her pillow. So she leaves us despite the fact that she very specifically needed our help to burn down the Deku tree, which we're still going to do, and now she won't even have to kill herself to do it. So ungrateful. So we take an elevator to a statue and then take a lift to Ice Cap Zone where we fight Karen to escape the river Styx so we can touch Grace and get harassed by ghosts until we make it to the next river, who it turns out isn't a river but a really annoying ghost puppeteer who doesn't like us.
Oh yeah!
Bunga bunga!
Unga bunga! Unga bunga!
We grab the right left side of a secret lift key and head off to fight the last of an endangered species because he's standing in our way, and we could just go around him, but going straight through him is a shorter distance, so we break his legs and put him on the extinction list so we can light a tree on fire, throw ourselves into the fire, and wake up in a magical land inside of a hurricane so we can fight the Warrior Brothers.
I think you got it with one more jump attack.
Wait!
No, it said defeat.
No, we got it. We got it.
God's gonna do it this slave!
Oh my god.
We'll take it, I guess. Sure.
Holy shit.
We take those.
That was awful. Now it's back to Mega Moog the Cradle Robber so we can figure out that we're still not ready to fight him.
Unga bunga!
So it's back to Crumbly Fucky Bird Zone where we lay down and time travel or something? I'm really not sure what's happening here, and I really doubt anyone else does either. But now we can fight a three-headed dragon that has two heads. Come on, you got this, he's dead. Nice.
Yeah!
Which means now we're off to do more of our Future Wife's questline before we continue the main game. Surprise. We take an elevator and fight an evil furry, or a regular furry, depending on how you feel about people who dress up in animal costumes to fuck, and then take an elevator to the Lake of Rot, which we just run directly through because it's easier to tank the damage than actually do the puzzle the correct way. In case anyone's wondering, this is not the correct way to do this. This is the way every single person who plays this game does this. After getting into another coffin and falling down a bloodfall, we wake up in a cave where we can fight a dragonfly made of those little water-absorbing beads, and we beat it first try. Well, not me, but Hambo and Crawford did. So we take an elevator and marry our sex doll, and then head back to Crumbly Fucky Bird Zone a third time so we can channel our inner ATF and kill a dog, which we also did first try. Oh yeah, easy peasy, first try.
Unga bunga, unga bunga. Yeah!
Now that Princess is dead, it means we freed Destined Death, which is like the law of nature that says that things that live will eventually die, and that was sealed away so that the gods could live on forever, and we knew that we had to come here to release that somehow so that we can fight the big boss god whose name starts with an M, and also starts with an R because they can transform, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We wake up in a desert with our horse with a name and take a lift to fight whoever the fuck this guy is, because it turns out that you can go the entire game without ever talking to Mr. Know-It-All whose name starts with a G, and this big reveal boss fight falls completely flat. I mean, it falls flat even if you did know who he was because it comes literally out of nowhere and he's a pushover, but I digress. Now it's time to mop up the other couple bosses we missed before we fight the Elden Lord whose name starts with a G, starting with Mega Moog, who we were finally ready to face.
He's dead, it's fine, he's dead. My Black Flame got him.
There we go.
Will died as he died!
Yeah.
No!
But then came the hard part. We had to travel to take a lift to a blizzard to a stupid puzzle town that sucks, where we have to try not to get murdered by invisible people and archers while we turn on some braziers so we can teleport to my least favorite super dungeon in this game. Yeah, I hate this place worse than the sewers. Everything about this dungeon is designed to be as frustrating as possible. Oh boy, I'm rotted, my favorite. After plowing through the lady whose horse has a massive ass, we reverse Snake Eater a ladder. Take an elevator to the second half of the dungeon and try to activate a skip that actually had been patched out by that point, so I was just wasting my time jumping to my death. So after fighting a tree and the guys who made Tomb Raider, we make it down to a rot puddle, and since Crawford has never been this far in the game before, we tricked him.
Oh! I knew I was getting hazed. I knew it!
We take an elevator and touch Grace, and we're finally ready to fight the hardest boss in the entire game, whose name starts with an M, which she will constantly remind you.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
And even though we were able to get her to her second phase in the first few tries, we decided we'd go finish off the Elden Lord first because he wouldn't take us as long. This guy's my favorite boss in the game because each phase is completely unique to the other, and also he has this really cool spectral lion hanging off his shoulder that he just gets rid of. It literally doesn't come into play at all.
Oh, you're so fucking close.
Oh no! No!
Wait, what?
Yeah!
What is that bullshit?
Oh my god.
What?
Which means the only boss left before the final boss, whose name starts with an M or an R, is Melania. And since this was Crawford's first time getting this far into the game, we decided it would only be fair to beat Melania if we all made it to the end. Which is a decision we'd come to regret because it took us 8 hours to beat Melania.
Unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga. We did it! Fuck you, Melania.
And after that absolute shit show, we decided to do the same thing for Marika, which was much less of a hassle, and we did it in 40 minutes. Oh, sorry, did I say Marika? Actually, it turns out Marika is Radagon, which is supposed to be some big reveal, except why do I care? The first time I did this, I kinda didn't notice this was a woman turning into a man. You can find out about this through the Gold Mask questline, but the actual weight of this reveal is completely lost on me. Not that I really understand the lore, but maybe this would have been cooler if you fought Marika and then Radagon was phase 2. In case you're unfamiliar with the Radagon fight, it's actually a really good final boss fight, which is then completely ruined by the real final boss fight against a giant astral flubber dragon that really likes to run away and hide in the furthest corners of the arena. It's not that hard most of the time, but you have to get really good at fighting Radagon so you have heals left over to take this fucker on. But once we turn that flubber dragon into Aspic,
Unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga.
We plunge the world into eternal chaos, so now everyone will constantly be full of self-doubt and anxiety. You'll have to turn bread into toast manually, and bad drivers will never miss their exit. What do you mean that's how it already is? Game over. Patient. Also, the car salesman lets us know that she doesn't want our help anymore because our pure unfiltered chaos is too much for her to handle because she can only wake up with so many fish tucked under her pillow. For some reason, that's really funny to me. This is a video full of jokes and I can't get through that. Also, the car salesman lets us know that she doesn't want our help anymore. Why is fish under her pillow? Why is that so funny to me? I wrote all these jokes. This is me laughing at my own ego. Also, the car salesman lets us know that she doesn't want our help anymore because our pure unfiltered chaos is too much for her to handle because she can only wake up with so many fish tucked under her pillow. I can't get through this. Holy shit. I just love the idea. It's just very mildly chaotic. It's just somebody shoving fish under her pillow. Also, the car salesman lets us know that she doesn't want our help anymore because our pure unfiltered chaos. I know it's coming and I can't get through it. Oh shit. Also, the car salesman I need to compose myself.